Okay, good morning. I am coming to you from my dining room. I still have Valentine's stuff for people. If you were here last week, you know that we had a bunch of connection issues, and so I didn't want to risk that today. So I moved a little closer to my router, but it's a bit echoey. So I apologize for that. But yeah, coming to you from a different spot today. If it's super echoey, I apologize. It's kind of a bigger space that I don't have soundproof the same way, but I figured connectivity was more important. So we're out here today. So thanks for joining. This is Red Flag Friday. We are going to go through a job description, and today we're going to talk about the interview process this person went through as well, and just look at all the red flags. And woo, there are a lot of red flags. Now, this person has given me permission to share all of this. I've taken out the company name. As I say every time, sometimes people don't realize what they're doing. I am going to say in this case, I think this company was really trying to take advantage. So just know that from the outset. That's a little preview. But I don't blame the person for going through it. We all want a job. We're all hoping this is the job, right? And so this person did end up declining the position because they saw the red flags, but I understand getting through the process. So we are going to talk about that in just 1 minute. But first, I did just want to announce for you, Land a Job You Love, my signature course. It is going to be on a crazy flash sale on Monday. My birthday is Monday, February 28th, and I wanted to do something special for all of you for my birthday. And so I'm putting this course on sale. This course is everything you need to create what I call your job search press kit. That is your resume. We go through it line by line. I teach you how to tailor it easily for every application. It shows you how to write a cover letter and how to customize it each time. We go through your LinkedIn profile to get it to all-star status. Like, all of that is in creating your job search press kit. Plus, I have some secret things that no one talks about that help with your press kit. Those are in there as well. And then we talk about creating your opportunity game plan. That is networking, but authentically building relationships, not using people. How do we introduce ourselves? How do you start conversations? How do you follow up, and when do you follow up, and what do you say when you follow up? All of those sorts of things, that is in creating your opportunity game plan. That is the main part. But then there are these bonuses, and y'all, the bonus of a year of monthly office hours. That is time with me where you can ask any of your personal questions. That's a crazy bonus of $1,200 right there. You're also getting the impressive interview kit, the interview confidence course. There's a private Facebook group, and you get to get my Plan Your Job Search workshop, which I actually think is really helpful. That is all over $6,900. And on Monday, it starts Sunday night at 7, all day Monday, you can get it for $400. That is $97 off the price it is right now. And I will just tell you, in about a month, that price is going to double. It's going to double. So if you have thought about this, if you've joined me on webinars for Land a Job You Love before, and you didn't click the button, and you're still looking for that job, come join me. Monday is the day. I will never put it at this sale again. This is literally something I'm doing just special for my birthday. So wanted to put that out there. Now, let's get into this position. So hold on 1 second. Let me pull it back towards the top. So key things we always look at, right? What is the title? And then how much does that title align with what they're asking for? So please note that this is a sales administrative assistant position. I also think it's strange that they say it can be full-time or part-time. Y'all, they should be making up their mind, especially when you see what this job is about. So it says they need someone with 1 year of sales preferred, customer service preferred, and then at least an associate's. Okay, so we don't have a ton in terms of that part, right? In terms of qualifications in that way. They say they are a dermatologist-formulated Swiss skincare company with clinical results, right? They're telling you who they are, so it's a skincare line. We're family-owned, great. Distribution over 150 pharmacies, spas, and retailers in US and Europe. Now, this is where I think we need to think a little bit, because people like to write things like this and you go, oh, wow, they're in a bunch of pharmacies and spas. I live in Scottsdale, or I live in Phoenix, Scottsdale area. Think of how many spas I have just in this area. 150 is really not a lot, but they get you on the, our global office is in Washington, D.C., and our European office is in Geneva, Switzerland. Oh my, they have 2 offices. Don't they look big? Then they start telling you about their product. Okay, great. Now, this is a fantastic opportunity to join, here we go, an entrepreneurial beauty company, meaning this company is new. This company is small. So all that, we're global and we're big and we've got all this stuff. They are small. There's nothing wrong with working for a small business. I have videos on should you work for a small business or should you work for a large corporation. I am a small business. I have nothing against small businesses, but that was a lot of hoopla at the beginning of like, look how huge we are. We're global, blah, blah, blah. And now it's, this is an entrepreneurial opportunity. Entrepreneurial means you're going to be doing a lot of things. So you're going to get first hard experience in different aspects of the business, such as sales, public relations, admins, marketing, digital e-commerce, product development, finance, social media, operations, and many more. Y'all, wasn't this a sales admin assistant? It was a sales admin assistant. And now you're doing marketing and PR and e-commerce and product development. Then all of a sudden the title has changed. You're a sales operation coordinator and you will support the CEO and the leadership team through daily operations and management. What happened to the sales part? Now we're doing daily operations. What is happening here, right? This is a lot of different things. So when I see that, I go, okay, this is an executive assistant. This is an executive assistant. This is not a sales admin position. You are going to be doing a lot of different things. Now, here's where they finally get honest. We are looking for an individual who is willing to get their hands dirty, participate in all aspects of the business operations, a quick learner with an eagerness to keep learning, growing, and improving, and a passion for beauty is a huge plus. Now, I will say, if you can get past the title issues and you're okay with it not being a sales admin position, maybe you're someone who really wants to learn all the facets of running a business, who wants to jump in with a business at the beginning and see if you can grow within a company and like really rise from the ground with it. At this point, it might not be a bad opportunity. If you're like, I'm willing to work hard to learn a bunch of different things, let's start going, like, okay. But if you went for this job because it came up on Indeed or LinkedIn or wherever as a sales assistant position and you were hoping to get just into sales, do not pass go here. Just move on. Okay, so let's keep going. Key accountabilities. Now, I am not even going to go through all of these. I was exhausted when I looked at this. This is, again, the superhero complex. This is crazy. Sales operations. Please look at this. Process purchase orders, follow up on shipping, generate monthly sales reports, prepare requested documents, update monthly sales support calendar. Now, granted, this person is giving everything they would do, and some of these tasks might be 5 minutes a week. That's fine. File and maintain necessary documents. Sure. Prepare marketing materials for special events and customers, assembling sample kits, gift bags, etc. Well, since they're only in 150 places, there might not be a lot of that. Purchase orders and tracking. Gather shipping information and quantities for training samples, etc. Update customer names, addresses, and shipping information. So that right there makes me go, this is really small. If you're updating the customer names and addresses as the sales admin, but really as the executive assistant. Let's remember, this is an executive assistant position. I don't care what they call it. This is a tiny, tiny company. Communicate with shipping tracking information to warehouse, fine. Okay, so remember, we are doing purchase orders, we are doing sales ops. Now we're adding on to it accounts receivable and finance. Set up new vendors in QuickBooks. Sure, that's not hard. I will say though, this is my opinion, but them being in QuickBooks makes me go, not a global operation that they think they are. Just my thought. No shade on QuickBooks. I use QuickBooks, but I fully own that I am a small business. And if you see things, I just want to say right now, if you see things in here that you think are red flags, add them in the chat. I would love to see what you're thinking about this position and just to know you're here with me today. So generate reports, monthly inventory. Okay. Now you're doing admin, logistical, and office support. Manage cash flow and make bank deposits. Improve operations. Manage inbound and outbound. So you are essentially an office. This isn't just an exec assistant. You're an office manager. You're doing sales. You're doing finance. You're now doing all these office things of ensuring we're well stocked, coordinating documents, consistently updating contact lists in MailChimp, Salesforce, etc., which means you're doing press and marketing, right? Renew membership fees and dues, personal documents. This is, in all honesty, I kind of think in the name of trying to be thorough, the person who wrote this job description went overboard in giving every single detail, and it's overwhelming because look, we are not done. This person is doing e-commerce. What? You are the customer service person and you are taking orders. Huh? You are assisting the management team. You're creating receipts. So I'm assuming the management team is the one person, maybe a husband and wife. Then you are doing social media. You have to create press kits. Yes, you, the salesperson, should know how to make a press kit. What? You're supposed to research partners, influencers, etc. Create a press piece for all press mentions. Like what? Then this is what they're looking for. 1 to 2 years experience, multitasking, meeting deadlines, managing. Fine. Exceptional attention to detail and strong organizational skills. Now, I always say in your resume, never put strong attention to detail because it's what I say is living in a glass house. The second you put it, I go, you've got mistakes. I love that this person wants someone with attention to detail, but they asked for, what was it earlier? Well, they can't get their titles right. They've misspelled words. Multitasking should be multitasking. Look at that. Grammarly coming to save again. They need to get Grammarly. Not sponsored, wish they would. I just think it's funny that they say we want strong attention to detail, exceptional attention to detail, and they didn't have it themselves. Proactive. This I think is crazy for an assistant position. Proactive, sure. You should be proactive. Take responsibility, yes. Require little direction. If you're at an assistant level, especially with the crazy amount of things they want you to be doing in this job, they should be ready to teach you some things, to train you on some things. And requiring little direction at this level and what they're asking for and what they've titled this position makes me go, you're not going to get trained. They're not going to take the time. And you're going to feel like you're floundering a lot. So you can see all these other things. Look at all the things they want. The location is in Georgetown. Full-time. Part-time can be discussed. Now, y'all, with what they just listed, do you think part-time can be part of it? Do you think this is a part-time role? If this can be a part-time role, these people are not busy. I'm just saying. Benefits offered. Flexible schedule, that's going to come into play. And then workplace perks such as food and coffee. And again, they say again, flexible work schedules. So these are notes from the person who sent this to me. They gave me permission to share this. Job is located in the CEO's single-family residential home in a private neighborhood near where the CEO lives. So the CEO has a home, and then they bought a home next door to be their office. I've worked as an intern out of someone's house. If someone interned for me or assisted me, we would be out of a house. So I'm not putting that on its own as a red flag, but the disparity between what they tried to show themselves at the beginning of this global skincare brand, and then it turns out, oh, you're working out of someone's house. Very, very different. Not the most honest. Job offers little to no benefits, no dental or health insurance. They were asked if it would be a problem for them. For the amount of work that they're wanting this person to do, and that it's going to be a salaried position, I just don't think that's fair. They should be paying benefits. Then CEO is out of the office 80% of the time because they're on the road. Well, how are you supposed, this goes back to before, must be willing to just kind of jump in. How are you supposed to do that when there's no one there to train you? CEO wanted job applicants to come in for an in-person interview on Saturday or Sunday. Weekdays were also given as options, but they wanted them to come in on a Saturday or Sunday. That is a red flag. If they want you to come in for the interview on a Saturday or Sunday, you best believe you're going to work on Saturdays and Sundays. It's just not okay. So, CEO contacted the applicant's references before interviewing the candidate. This is a person, y'all, this is the thing. Not everyone knows how to interview. Not everyone knows the hiring process, especially in these smaller businesses. And so this person did things out of order, and it's really not fair. So these are all big red flags to me. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments what you're thinking about all of this. So then they used a credit bureau as the background check. So the applicant did receive a letter, an offer letter. There were spelling errors about the date. The job offer letter was written and the title was now office administrator. So we now have a third title. So that's kind of crazy. And then let's see. The CEO said they would not receive overtime if they worked over the 40 hours. I'm trying to pull up comments on my phone, y'all. Said they wouldn't receive if it's over 40 hours, which if it's a salaried position, that's typical, but you can get the idea that this is a job where there's going to be probably a lot of overtime. So if there's no pay, then let's remember, they said it was a flexible work hours. We can do flexible work hours. The CEO said no about the overtime pay, and employees who are required to stay late must work without pay given the job is based on salary. Okay. And then, hold on, where is it? Oh, then they went and rescinded the offer because they asked about this and said they give them pause and concern. Well, the person had told me, I was ready to say no anyway, but it's like they were asking very normal questions. I want to say there was something in here too about making up time. Maybe I took it out. There was something about if they wanted to, if like with the flexibility, it wasn't really flexible. It was like you have to make it up somewhere else. And then the kicker, y'all, is that, as you saw already at the bottom, this salary, I took out the rest, but this salary was $35,000 in Georgetown, one of the most expensive neighborhoods in the country. DC is one of the most expensive. So even if the person didn't live in Georgetown, they're living in some area to get to Georgetown that's extremely expensive. And they're being offered $35,000 to essentially be an office manager and an exec assistant on all these things, and clearly is going to be working a lot of overtime hours. Huge red flags. This is a person who doesn't know what they're doing. I could never recommend taking this job. The only way you could take this job was if you really wanted to learn how to run a business for yourself and to see what it's about. And you're like, the experience is worth it to me more than the pay, more than the lack of benefits. I want to see what this person does, how they get business done, how hard it is, what could be better, and then take that information and go make my own skincare company or beauty company. Great. But other than that, I would never say do this. So I told you this one was a doozy. I think it was. It's crazy. There's way too many things in it. I know Jazzy said, why is this so long? As I said, I think this person thought they needed to put in literally every single minutia task this person might do. That was not a good idea. And let's see. Cartman said, my main takeaway from this ad is to make sure you read the whole ad position very closely, sounding like something very different at the beginning. Yes. So anyone can make their company sound huge and really interesting. And that's a huge thing about reading these job descriptions is where are the discrepancies? You know, you read, oh, global skincare brand. Well, people love to say they're global when they have like, they just need one spot in Canada and they're global, or one spot in Europe and they're global, right? And then you see 150 and you go, wow. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Think about 150. It's not a lot. And again, no shade on this business. Everyone has to start somewhere. Again, I am a small business. So I am not against that. I'm just not for the hype of acting like, wow, you're going to be doing all these amazing things at this big company when it's really not what they're saying it is. So that is our only one today because it took us 20 minutes to get through it because I knew it would. Start putting your questions in the chat. And before that, if you missed it at the beginning, if you don't get my emails or haven't seen it on social, I just want to remind you, Monday, we're really starting Sunday at 7 p.m. till Monday, 7 p.m. I am doing a flash sale on my signature course, Land a Job You Love. It's almost a $7,000 value. You get everything you need to write your resume, your cover letter, get a LinkedIn all-star profile, plus some secret things no one talks about that need to be added to your brand. And then you get your opportunity game plan where we strategically figure out who to network with, who should you be talking to, how do you reach out, how do you introduce yourself, both online and in person. How do you follow up with people? I know a lot of you have that question, like, oh, I met someone for coffee, but like, do I email them every week? Is once a year? What do I do? So it goes through all of that to teach you how to do it authentically. Plus you get these bonuses. Y'all, these bonuses are crazy. You get a year of monthly office hours. That essentially is an hour where I'm on Zoom. And just like in college, you can come in to the Zoom room and just ask me questions about your job search. Like, hey, Cassandra, what do you think of this position? Hey, this is what I did to my resume off of the course. What do you think of it now? Like, you can get my eyes on stuff that way if it's quick. You know, it's your chance to get me one-on-one. You get that included in this for free once a month. So that's a huge one. You also get the impressive interview kit. You get the interview confidence course. There's a private Facebook group for you, and you get my Plan Your Search workshop, which I actually think is super helpful and everyone should begin there. Like I said, this is normally almost $7,000, right? All this stuff. I'm doing it for $400 on Monday only. It is a $97 discount. You can go buy it right now for $497. It's a $97 discount. But in about a month, that course price is going to double because I'm going to be adding a lot more content. We are going to be adding a whole discovery phase. So if you are going, oh, I need this, but I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, I would buy now because in about a month, all of that content is going to be added. And you can even help in creating some of that and giving me feedback on it. So save the date, mark your calendar, put it in Google, put it in your iCal. You want to be ready for when this launches on Monday, when that price goes down to $400. Okay, so let's start doing Q&A. Somebody had one right at the top. How long should I wait for companies to respond to follow-ups after interviews? Hmm, Sorry, drinking my smoothie. So if the company gave you a timeline, my thought is always the day after. Uh, if a company calls you on time after an interview, that is a gift. I was thinking about this yesterday. Like, companies love to act like, oh my gosh, we're so busy. That's so important to get this position. We're so behind because we don't have a person in this position. We need to get them. And then they'll draw it out forever to hire for that position. So if they say Thursday, we'll let you know by Thursday or let you know next steps or whatever it is, call Friday, email Friday. If they didn't give you any timeline, I would wait about a week. I think that's a good number. Maybe for some of the tech companies that go faster, 5 days. But like if you interview on a Friday, please don't call on Monday. I know you're stressed about it. They also have other things. And that's something to remember. As much as they want to hire for that position, they are trying to hire on top of doing their regular job. And so it's an added thing. So you just want to kind of keep that in mind. So that's my rule of thumb for it. I do have a video on this as well where I go into more detail. I would Google or like on YouTube, I would search my name and how to follow up for an interview. I would do it. I would look for it right now for you, but I want to make sure no one wants to watch me Google search that, YouTube search that. Okay. Okay, Jazzy, I've been looking at property and casualty insurance rules. A lot of them ask what makes you a unique candidate for the role. How should I answer this? Well, it's what makes you unique. So I can't answer it for you. I would say you need to think about what are your strengths and is there anything that really aligns very strongly to the job? If this is about having empathy because you're calling people, are you very empathetic? Do you have examples of that? But you need to be looking at what are your strengths? I think sometimes we take a word like unique and it's so loaded. We think, what makes me super different than everybody else? And instead, I want you to think of it as what aligns me strongest to this position. Sometimes we really do have a unique experience that makes us a great fit. For example, when I worked in career coaching for comm students, they wanted someone with television background and career experience. Most people don't have that. I did. That does make me, honest to goodness, unique. But a lot of times, unique is just what is your strength that brings you that makes you the most aligned for the role. So I would think about that. Okay, let's see. David said, how can you rate part-time, full-time on that? And then no mention of overtime. Obviously, you're working over 40. Yep. Michael, you said you have an interview in 2 weeks' time. It says a 6-minute presentation to give the topic. How do you nail it? So, Michael, I have 2 different videos on this. I would go look up my interview project videos because I go very far in depth on these. I give you everything. Like, it could have been a course. I give you all the key things in these 2 videos. The one thing I will say for you here is if they said 6 minutes, time yourself at 5:59. You better be saying, thank you for your time. Nobody wants you to go over. Nobody. So please, please, please time it. The other thing is they understand the time frame. So don't think you have to put everything but the kitchen sink into this presentation. You need to be giving what is really allotted in 6 minutes. So those are 2 key things, but I would go, again, look up Cass Thompson, interview projects, and videos should pop up right away for you where I go into detail and give you even more tips because I'm very passionate about what should go in an interview presentation. But those are my top 2 tips. Please don't try and squeeze everything into it, and please do not go past that time. They are paying attention to it, and they might stop you, and that's embarrassing. And you said it also is going to be a 45-minute interview. Great. That's very typical. Let's see. Helen said, I Googled the job position you reviewed and found the company was established in 2004. So that's not a lot of growth since 2004. That would be worrying to me. Okay. Elizabeth Hurley. Elizabeth, that's a name. Do you have fun when you make reservations at restaurants? I need to know. Because I like, if you wanted a good table at a hot restaurant, could you get one tonight with that name? Okay. If I didn't get the job but received positive feedback and the recruiter said she would get in touch with future opportunities but never did, can I contact the recruiter and say I'm still interested? Heck yes. Oh my gosh, yes. If the recruiter, no recruiter is saying that just to be nice. They're saying it because they really did enjoy meeting you. They want to think of you for something else. Now, they didn't get back in touch because maybe nothing hasn't come up yet. Maybe they did forget, but that doesn't mean they didn't like you. And so, yeah, just reach out and say, hey, wanted to touch base, wanted to let you know I'm still looking. Please let me know if you have any other opportunities. Like, of course, you should do that. So let's see. Those are the key questions I saw. I'm going to wrap it up one last time. I just want to remind you, Land a Job You Love is going to be on sale on Monday for $400. It's just a birthday flash sale. It's my birthday on Monday. I wanted to do something to say thank you for, sticking with me in my content and to help you get a job faster. That's really why I do all this. Let's get you a job you love. And so in this course, it's 10 modules. It's everything you need for that resume, that cover letter, etc. LinkedIn. But it's also that networking piece that I know everyone is scared of, but you gotta do. And so I walk you through it. I promise it's in baby steps that you can be brave and you can do it for yourself. And all those crazy bonuses, and those are crazy bonuses. So I'm doing it for $400 on Monday only. The price is going to go up exponentially in about a month, but right now it is a $97 discount. Let me just tell you right now, when I bring it back in a month at the new price, if you did not buy, you're going to be sad. That's just the honest truth. You're going to go, oh, why didn't I do it then? I will never do this deal again. This is just for my birthday. That number kind of gives you a hint of how old I'm going to be. I'm not going to be 400, but think about it. So I just want to do something fun for that. So set an appointment reminder in your calendar. If you're interested, an email will go out Monday, posts will go out Monday, but go set a reminder now. And I hope to see you inside the course. Thank you for being with me on this Friday morning. And that is it. Bye, y'all. Have a good one.